Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 37 of our commentary for Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Last time, the XS Express made a brief pit stop, at the Riverside Station, but we managed to venture inside and get the drawbridge set back up for ourselves so we could continue our journey. And it is day 3. It's beautiful blue skies everywhere.
I'll tell you what.
I feel like nothing could go wrong on a day like today.
I just realized something. The days on the train are counted by number, not by shape.
Well, yeah, because they're not days of the week. They're just sequential days.
By shape?
Yeah, like in Flavio's diary.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you what.
I think it was counting like...
Wow, is there no consistency in this game? Jeez.
Wait, does Flavio not know?
Flavio's illiterate. That's why it was shapes.
Yeah.
I was pit stop myself when we arrived in Riverside Station. Edit that in 2 minutes ago so it makes sense.
Also,
just cut it out.
I had a joke for that as well. Pit Stop is my favorite Final Fantasy character.
It's puntastic. Well, at least the guy driving the train is still with us.
Hey,
Oh, no.
it's my favorite Miyazaki character.
Oh no. It's such a shame that I need to be able to see to pilot this train. I have to be able to steer it.
I think the more pressing issue is that you need to be able to reach the controls.
Oh yeah.
I think this guy might need a booster seat at the very least.
Yeah, does this Toad like walk all over the dashboard to like move to reach the levers and stuff?
I mean, the train ain't gonna drive itself.
Why didn't he hit the emergency stop?
So I don't believe we paid any attention at all in the last part to the smorg,
No.
because we were talking about something else, but like, yes, I don't believe these creatures are ever given like an origin, but they're just kind of like in the station, and then they stow away on the train and, you know, cause all kinds of pandemonium and whatnot.
That's a very, like, John Carpenter, he's who I'm thinking of, right? Like, The Thing?
Yeah, he did the thing.
Yeah, that's like a very John Carpenter-esque, like, horror movie, like, oh, they were at the station, and then you picked them up, and you took them with you to where you...
Are you just going in all these rooms to show that they're in the windows?
Well, no, I'm going in the rooms to check to see if the passengers are there, because I didn't know if my friends were okay.
Are these the Swedish Chef?
The s'mores are what happens to you when you don't wash your hands when you leave the bath.
What happened to Jeffrey? Oh, he just got a bad case of the s'morgs.
See, the s'mores look like gross viruses or something, but just the name, they always sounded like tasty to me, like s'mores.
Yeah, like they're a smorgasbord.
Like they were marshmallow creatures that just didn't match up at all with how they looked.
I read earlier today, I think they're supposed to be based on like a flesh-eating parasite.
Oh god.
I thought they were just
Yeah.
based on the Tribbles from Star Trek
forget the-
TOS.
That too.
I forget the name of it though. But yeah, I don't know if this is well supported by the fact that, like, I assume that the XS Express, like the Riverside Station, is like along its usual route, and they probably have to refuel there often. So like, somebody must work there, like that Toad that stayed behind.
Right.
But like, I almost kind of prefer the headcanon that like it's this abandoned station, and then in the depths of it you find like these deadly creatures, and then they like stow away on the train, implying that the Smorgs like were the ones who like destroyed the station and killed everybody.
It's the Isaac
There's
Clarke
your dumb
station.
dark Mario theory for the week.
Oh boy.
Shadow
Oh.
Mario.
Okay. Oh no. Well, now
Are
we
you guys
can't
prepared
hurt it.
to be assimilated?
I've seen Akira. This is giving me flashbacks.
Horrors.
Horrors indeed.
Tetsuo!
Mario!
Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be help!
God, are you guys ready for a boss theme?
Oh yeah,
It is.
this is a good one.
Oh hey, look, it's
Fire.
Corsarola. I really like that Z fighting that's happening between the prosperous Bob-omb and the Smorg in front of him.
Yeah.
So when the Smorg Usborg moves its arm down, he comes out in front, but when it comes back up, he's behind.
Why are the
Yeah,
ones...
I forgot that this boss is a veritable smorgasbord. Orgasbord.
What?
Orgasbord.
Yeah,
The ones in the middle are purple.
yeah, because they're the elder
Because they're the
Smorgs.
vulnerable ones.
Oh.
Also, thank God that killed 3 of them, because this boss was 1 tendril away from being banned in Germany.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't have
Yeah,
octopi in
I
German?
think that's the first time in a battle that I've used the spring jump. It's tricky enough to pull off on its own, because you only have like a split second to react to it.
Uh-huh.
But it's made like exponentially worse when you have a boss like this, where the hitbox is kind of
in
just
the
like
middle.
in the middle
Yeah.
of the character model.
Uh-huh. That's why I usually start out with like just a regular jump just to see where the hitbox is first.
Yeah. Yeah, these I'd say that's the problem with a lot of these more like origami, like 3D bosses, is that it can be a little unclear where where you like your feet are gonna be when you land on them, and so a lot of times you'll whiff your first few action commands trying to like go for
At least
extra
it's
hits.
not as bad as Mario RPG,
Oh, God.
where the hitboxes were just like random.
It's weird that
Yeah.
you did the super guard against the tentacle swipe attack and it didn't damage the tentacle.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, what's the deal with that, Nintendo?
I earned that super guard.
I just noticed its tentacles are going through the little light fixtures on the stage.
Pay no attention. This game is
Not
perfect.
ignoring the fact that they're literally going through the stage itself.
Yeah, pay no attention to the Z fighting that happens. This
It's
game
fine.
is flawless.
All right. It's
It's fine.
You know what this would be a perfect time for? Miss Mouse.
No.
This would be a perfect time for Waluigi.
Because Joe has no FP.
I've squandered it all.
And how it,
Why are they flashing? I'm confused.
I made Bobbery explode too many times. I almost called him Barrio.
See, you almost just said Bart.
Oops.
And for viewer edification, we were watching some Simpsons memes before we started recording this episode.
A lot.
Yes, it is absolutely critical that they know this, Nick.
Oh, this is my favorite Gen 3 Pokemon, Craydilly.
So when he gets a little desperate, the Smorg spouts this giant like claw arm.
pinches you.
And don't get hit by that thing, because it does like 20 damage.
This looks exactly like the like
Okay, maybe not 20.
claw mover arms from Factorio.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, and now we just land on his claw. Okay, whatever.
The claw.
Oh wait, I targeted the claw.
This boss has no right having music this good.
Wait, this is different than the normal boss music?
Nick, we talked about this in the very last
Oh yeah,
episode.
Nick doesn't hear music unless it has words.
Yeah, I know you mentioned it, but I literally didn't notice anything different.
Yeah, man, it's pretty intense for Mario.
It's giving me Smythe vibes from Mario RPG.
It's such a weird song because it's like this really intense music with a sound font that's like wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, they did a lot with a little.
So it's like KK Slider metal, like meep mop mop meep mop meep.
It's like a
Me, 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 me,
battle
me,
against KK Slider.
KK death metal.
Me 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 me
Thrasher.
mop mop. Me me me
KK
mop
corn.
mop. Meep me mop me meep me mop me me meep me mop me me meep me mop.
Guys,
Yes.
are you ready for Postly Heights?
I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready. This is where you get the most powerful badge in the game.
Yeah. You know the one.
Is
Yeah.
it the Thomas the Tank Engine badge?
Yeah, it's a sound effects badge that makes all battle music bow 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 bow.
Just turns
Yes.
Mario into a train. With Mario's face.
Turns him into the pain train.
Yeah.
I could not beat the train, so I became one.
Know your enemy.
Master
I will
yourself.
become him.
Master the
So yeah,
enemy.
say goodbye to the ever so comfy XS Express.
Goodbye.
I'll
Train.
miss you.
I guess one thing, since we're kind of closing out the chapter here, I feel like we've praised this chapter a lot without really like qualifying why we like it so much.
Comfy.
Is it just like a feel thing?
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of. It's like it's like weird and different from all the other chapters, so it's like kind of a nice break.
Yeah.
And it's also just like a really fun concept of just a chapter that takes place on a luxury train ride.
and
Yeah,
it's
just kind of
despite
comfy.
its like kind of like comedy and meaninglessness to the overall plot, I think that this is one of my favorite like chapters story-wise in the game, just because I love like the whole little, you're kind of helping Pennington, but at the same time you're like stopping him from like, you know,
Yeah,
ruining everything.
from messing things up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess one thing about this chapter that's really good that we haven't really talked about is its placement in the game. Because it comes, you know, kind of at like the 70-ish% mark, like right after chapter 5, which is kind of an intense and like difficult chapter in terms of the combat. And it comes right before like the difficulty starts to like ramp back up again, and you're put into some more like tense scenarios. So I don't know. I just feel like if they were gonna have a chapter like this is like the perfect place to put it, because it does kind of give you some time to breathe before the game like throws you back into like the
There are so many Penningtons. Which
the
Pennington's
story.
the real Pennington?
yeah. Yeah, there were a lot more of these guys in the original Paper Mario and Shiver
yeah,
City.
Shiver City.
Yeah, Shiver City, Iowa.
Do they always have like the stereotypical like Canadian dialect going on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Some fresh pasta.
Yeah.
50 coins for some fresh pasta. Are you interested?
There's one thing penguins are known for, it's their pasta.
Yeah, that's true. Joe, you're familiar with macaroni penguins, right?
Oh my god.
I mean, yes, of course.
So, fun fact.
I'm familiar with all of the creatures of this world.
This game actually has one of the best post-game rewards in all of gaming, which is that
yeah.
if
Which
you
I don't show. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, if you come back here after you beat the game, the best partner from Paper Mario 1 appears.
I didn't know
here.
that Coops was
What?
in this town.
Also, she's the only she's the only partner from Paper Mario 1 that appears as like an interactable NPC in this game.
Yeah.
It's Bo, by the way. Bo is the one that appears here. And Bootler. She's on vacation here with Bootler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think at one point in development, all of the characters were meant to appear
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
game
they all
as
have
cameos.
sprites like in the game code.
Yeah, like updated sprites to match the new art style.
That's nifty.
Unfortunately, the most we get is a few of the partners and like a photo of Mario and all of the partners in his house.
Yeah, well, no.
Is that in this game
So
or
no, that's
Super?
in Super.
Yeah, also,
Yeah,
for the
because Super
record,
has a photo from Paper Mario 1 and
Bo
from this
is
game.
definitely not the only partner from the first game that shows up in this game.
I said she's the only
Parakarry.
interactable
Yeah.
NPC
Oh, right.
in this one.
Well, I mean, I guess, because Parakarry was in the game in like the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, he was in a cutscene, and he just kind of like says, "Mail's here."
Oh yeah, isn't this like his house? Doesn't he like live here?
Who, Pennington?
Yeah.
No, this is a cathedral.
Oh.
He just like sleeps here, unbeknownst to like the law enforcement.
He lives for his work.
Unfortunately, nobody pays me for my detective work, so I have to make do. He's like the hunchback of Poshley's Sanctum.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
No, it's not. They're taking the Crystal Star.
Wait, who's that weird guy with the party hat?
Oh, you mean...
It's Dulpus.
Dumpless.
Wait, hold on, we found his name. I can say it now.
He can't go into the ground like the shadow sign, so he just cowardly lions through the window.
How does he find them after that?
And it's also like the cowardly lion bit because you also can't see the ground out the window. So you just have to wonder how far he falls.
The thing the Cowardly Lion did is the bravest thing that anyone does in that movie, because he throws himself through a glass window to an uncertain distance.
Normally he sticks the landing.
You know, they say that there's a fine line between brave and stupid. Throwing yourself out a window for no reason is pretty brave.
Knowing what I know about the behind the scenes of that movie, I would be willing to bet that actor jumped from like 30 feet onto like cement.
And there was just like some asbestos for him to land in.
Yeah.
I'd also bet that wasn't like a sugar glass window.
Yeah. It's the only way to make it authentic. It's gotta be real glass.
Don't worry, the asbestos will soak up your blood and you'll be fine.
Don't worry, this cloth suit will protect you.
Oh,
You'll be
God.
fine.
Boy, so anyway, this is Joe's on the path to get one of the most powerful badges in the game soon-ish.
Yeah, the sacred relic that we've journeyed for 3 days to find.
I believe it's in this room that you get that badge, right?
Next one.
Ah, right.
I think there's a shine sprite up here, or there's like another bit. I don't know.
Dare I ask what the
I
powerful
edited
badge
this
is?
part like 3 hours ago. Cut me some slack.
Yeah. Well, we'll see it soon enough, Trey.
Oh. You guys are being so secretive about it.
Weird little
It's the
quirk
Switch.
about the airplane platforms. It's like, you would assume that you get the best distance from like going all the way to the edge of it and pressing the button, but actually the thing doesn't make you start going down until you leave like being above the platform. So it actually doesn't matter at
Really?
all where you start it from, because it'll keep you
Never noticed that.
horizontal until you leave the edge.
The more you know.
Mario should have broke his legs with that fall.
Did Mario just go into a painting? No, Mario has like the shell, like...
Did Mario
Heel
just go into a
things.
painting? What is this?
Yeah.
Stupid.
This is crazy. Mario can't go into paintings.
That would
That's
never work.
been
The,
established in the lore.
Mario that can go into paintings also can't fall from a great height without taking damage.
So these...
So you're
Is
right.
this the
This is
second?
nonsense.
Is this the second Paper Mario episode in a row where we've just like hinted at crapping on a man who shall not be named?
Oh my god. These boos remind me of... You know those little mini marshmallows that you can get that come in like the different colors? They also kind of remind me of like Frankenberry.
Is it because they got big teeth?
Actually,
No.
they're blueberry.
Daniel. Blueberry is blue. Frankenberry
Look
is
at their tongues.
purple.
They've been eating tons of blueberry.
They've been just slathering themselves in Frankenberry, though.
Bobbery's just like, nah, man, Count Chocula.
We lost
Where's
two
that?
members of Gear Check in the Great Cereal Wars. Dear Mama.
They may have been devouring Blueberry, but they've clearly been bathing in Frankenberry. Is that his appeal? He just blows himself up?
Yeah.
That's kind of his
He's
thing.
just showing off at that point.
Also, your crowd is entirely X-Knots.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It would appeal to an audience of X-Knots to have one of Mario's partners just demolish themselves.
He's the only one who can pull it off.
Are you gonna
Wait.
clear this whole room?
Yes.
Yeah, he wants
boy.
that cereal.
Bobbery's hat always covers one of his eyes. Is it always the same eye, or does he only have one eye?
That's a good question. Where does the hat stop and his face begin?
Where does Bobbery end?
Sorry for the randomness of the battles
Oh.
I've been showing. I have weird criteria for what I decide to show.
Hey, you could be trying to catch 50 plus Pokemon to get a useless item.
It's okay, Trey. We've forgiven you. Just don't look
Also,
bad.
all the X-Knots have left, and now it's been replaced by Goombas and Koopas.
Yeah.
I have not forgiven myself.
Well, one day, Trey. Whenever you're ready.
I notice a distinct lack of music and speed up here. What's going on? Were you too
I
tired to
didn't put it
edit
in
Joe?
because it was like less than 10 seconds.
So?
The music already fits.
Yeah, this is a great. I love this tune.
Yeah, I mean, I do like
Okay, it's not really a tune. It's more of just background music.
This
but
sounds
yeah, very, very peaceful.
like the song from the most terrifying... from one of like the 3 most terrifying points of Mario 64. You know, the red coins in a bottle or whatever.
The part where you're
Mario
stuck inside
Sunshine?
a giant box full of water?
Yep.
Oh. You mean the floating house full of water?
Yeah.
Is
Stage?
I mean, I guess kind of.
Wait, what?
Wet Dry World?
No, like the side level.
Anyway, here's that badge I was talking about.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is. We almost got it.
The
We
loser
beat the
badge?
chapter. The loser. The loser.
You're a loser. Loser, you're a loser.
Are you feeling sorry for yourself?
You gonna cry, you big baby?
Wait. But
Such a missed opportunity not turning the M into an L.
where
on the
did
hat.
where did Mario go?
What are you talking about, Trey? We've been playing Luigi the whole chapter.
What?
I was a little bit disappointed that talking to Pennington with this emblem doesn't trigger any like dialogue changes.
Yeah, that's a real
Well,
shame.
he already thinks you're Luigi.
Yeah, I was half expecting him to like greet Mario with like, "Oh, what are you doing here, Mario? Your brother went inside to get the crystal star."
That would have been great.
Cracking detective, that boy.
Showstopper.
Wait, the crystal star was that easy to get?
Well, it was hidden.
Wait, something smells fishy.
Oh, no, you're just smelling sushi from the last game.
After chapter 4, I've learned not to trust these end of chapter screens.
Well, listen, Trey. I know you're not from Poshley Heights, but you can't just be calling the penguins. You can't just be saying the penguins smell fishy.
I'm sorry, I'm not from these parts.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not all posh like you.
We're from the beautiful streets of Rogueport.
You've won an all-expenses-paid vacation to the lovely Rogueport.
Can you imagine like a Mario Sunshine-esque like tourist video promo, like they watch in the opening on Peach's plane, but for Rogueport?
Pay a visit to our gallows.
Come enjoy our fabulous hanging post in the middle of town.
We swear it hasn't been used in, looks down at watch, at least 3 hours.
Come see our beautiful, well-preserved ruins.
Come see the ruins of Old New York.
What?
That's the end of the chapter.
That's really the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That seems so anticlimactic.
we did
I mean,
all
you
of the
can't
chapter
always.
stuff earlier on.
Because the climax was on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Trey, so I think this is more...
That's
I'm
why
at
people
fault
called this
here.
the train chapter, not the Poshley Heights chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm maybe the one at fault here because of the way I, like, distributed the content of these videos. Like, having the smorg at the beginning of the episode and then just kind of, like, peacefully going through the sanctum at the end.
You know what you should have done is you should have
I guess
started...
that's how the game is, though.
You should have started the video with the smorg, and then in the middle of the video just been invaded by a force from outer space and then assimilated, and then ended the video with the Borg.
Resistance is futile. Join us in part 38.
See you then.
Bye.
Yeah, that's the one. See ya.